A few days ago, a guy called FIFA CM Tips on Twitter put up a thing about FIFA 11 career mode and what made it so good. So I was inspired by that. I asked him if I could use his images. He said yes. So today we're going to be taking a look at the features FIFA 11 career mode had. If you enjoy the video, leave a thumbs up for me. If you want to subscribe as well, that would be appreciated. And make sure you follow FIFA CM Tips on Twitter with the link in the description. Now, when it comes to the manager mode on the PS2 versus the Xbox 360 or the PS3 as well, I noticed that the PS2, even though being the older version, has more features. And because of this, the majority of the clips you're going to see in today's video are from the PlayStation 2 version of FIFA 11, which is a fantastic addition. The first interesting feature was the create your own club. Now this basically was on the PS2 version, let you create your own club, including the badges, the kits, the stadium, the transfer budgets, and you could also add real life players to your own team, or you could make your own custom players and add them to your club as well. And you can also give your club its own name and abbreviation. So let's take a look at this photo. This is the photo that FIFA CM Tips supplied. You can see there, you're basically allowed to put whatever players you want in your club. So you can see Julio Cesar, Casillas, Van der Sar as the goalkeepers. Then you got Dani Alves, Philip Lahm, Sergio Ramos as well as the defenders, and the list goes on and on. And it's basically like Ultimate Team for career mode, except you don't have to waste money on FIFA points and all that stuff. Yeah, so this one looks pretty good. I would love the ability to create a club and do like a storyline using your own club, rather than use the clubs that the game offers you. I think it would add an extra element to the game mode. Next up, I want to talk about team chemistry. Basically, the more team chemistry you have in career mode, the better your team will play. It's pretty simple. I'm not sure how it exactly worked, but I think if you rotated the team, if you put players out of position, and if you won matches, that would affect team chemistry. And in the tips section, it says, the team chemistry icon in manager career indicated how well your club works together on the pitch. High team chemistry will allow your club to start a match with some momentum, which can be used to overcome a lack of individual player skill. I think this makes sense, if you're rotating players, it takes a while for the team to gel, and if you're not winning matches, it's harder for the team to get higher chemistry. It just makes sense. It's based on realistic stuff in real life, and over time, if you use the same players, if you're winning games, the chemistry is going to rise and you're going to become a very strong team. Next up, I want to talk about fan support. This was a feature on the PS2 as well, and it's basically showing you how well your club is going in the eyes of the supporters. Are they happy with you? Are they not happy with you? And this is the feature that would let you know that. But most importantly, if you have a higher fan support, it would allow you to increase ticket prices, and it would still maintain good levels of attendance. But if you have high ticket prices but your fan support is low, they're not going to come, you're not going to make as much revenue from the tickets and stuff because the fans aren't happy, so they're not going to come to the game. You see in real life that the fans are very vocal. They impact the manager whether he stays or goes as well these days, and I don't know why FIFA 19 doesn't have anything like that. I hope they bring it back soon though, because it sounds really cool. A pretty simple concept that FIFA 11 had as well was, if you did your team management, you put a player outside of his normal position, his overall would actually change. So let's say I had Rooney, who's an 88 overall at the moment, in the right striker position. Let's say I put him at right back. He would go from 88 down to 70. Now, I don't know if his physical stats would change or his mental stats. They probably didn't, but it was just nice seeing that Rooney would go down to a 70 and not stay as an 88 like he would in FIFA 19 career mode. Another useful feature on FIFA 11 PS2 was the ability to export your career mode team. Now, this means you could take your career mode team exactly how it was, export it, and then you could use it in kickoff mode and I think other aspects of the game as well. As you can see with the image there, right at the bottom it says export team, and that's basically what you would click, and then you would start the process of putting your team in normal exhibition matches. Now, if they did bring this feature back, they could obviously take it to the next level now. Let us export our teams, use it in the game like kickoff and stuff, but also be able to access like a sharing site or something where you can download other people's teams and then start a career mode with their teams. I think that would be pretty sick. Next up, we're going to be talking about the ability to change ticket pricing. Now, this is something that I've showed you before on the channel in other feature videos, but FIFA 11 career mode on the PS2 carried this feature as well. And you can see it worked with a budget where there was a predicted budget on the left hand side. If you did your tickets high, you would get a certain amount of revenue. If you put them low, you would get less revenue. You can put them medium as well. But keep in mind, remember earlier in the video I said that fan support did affect ticket pricing as well. So you would have to adjust this as you went. If you had low fan support, you would definitely have to have a more lower ticket price. But once you had a high fan support, you could put a high ticket price and then get as much revenue from tickets as you could. Next up, we're going to talk quickly about sponsors now. Most of you guys know about sponsors now. If you've been watching the channel, I have showed you guys in my remove features videos. But, you know, sponsors were a part of FIFA 11 on the PS2. Now, sponsors was an extra way to earn revenue, and you had to complete the sponsors' objectives, and they would give you the money if you did it. Sometimes you had to win the cup, sometimes you had to win the league and stuff. And each game you'd get like a minimum bonus, which would be like 1.7 million euros in this case. So, you know, after every game you get that money regardless. But if you show loyalty and other stuff, you would get more money over time. Now, sometimes they were fake companies. I think one year they actually had real companies like radio stations and stuff. But it doesn't really matter to me. As long as they bring sponsors back, I think it could be pretty cool. In FIFA 11 Career Mode, there was also the ability to upgrade different kinds of coaches. Now, in FIFA 11, you had a striker coach, a midfielder coach, a defense coach, a goalkeeper coach, and then there was also other aspects of the club like negotiator, a scout, medical staff, and stadium manager. I've showed you guys this before in my remove features videos, but, you know, certain coaching now might be redundant because the way career mode is at the moment, you can train your own players, so maybe you don't really need a goalkeeper coach and stuff. But in terms of having like a stadium manager, which would like increase your stadium size, I think that could be useful. A medical staff where, you know, the players would recover quicker from injuries. Basically, if they could bring back certain staff members that you could upgrade and they would actually affect how the team recovers and stuff, I think that would be awesome. Next up, I want to talk about youth academy players. Now, in FIFA 19, when you want to do youth scouting, you have to pick like attackers, defenders. It's not really specific, but in FIFA 11, you could pick a certain position to scout for in the youth academy. So take a look at this image. On the left, we have the scout region, and then on the right, we have the location, which is England, the role defender, and then position any. Now, in the picture, the photo says any where the position thing is, but I do think you can pick right back, left back, centre back, and whatever other defensive positions there are. So, you know, this is a bit more specific for those people that just want one position. FIFA 11 let you scout that position. A really cool Youth Academy feature as well was the expected growth chart. Now, this one was based on Youth Academy players only, but you can see on the left there, there's like a chart there that has different overalls over different years. This is a Liverpool player, and then in year 8, his overall is 60, but in year 12, it goes up to 70, and you can see the progression each year, year 9, year 10, year 11, so that's just an expectation based on what's happening at the moment with him. So I think this is a very useful thing as well, because if you want to see how a player is going to grow over the next 5 years, you could with this feature. For those people that love their stats and are fans of the average goals per game stat, you could actually check this in FIFA 11 Career Mode on the PS2. Here's the leaderboard for that. You can see an example. We have Welbeck in second with 2 goals a game, Ronaldo 1.3, and then the list goes on and on. And yeah, that's basically a cool feature for those people that love to check this kind of stat. And carrying on with the stats, in FIFA 11 you could see the home and away table. Now, this basically would show you how many points you accumulated at home versus all the other teams in the competition, or how many points you accumulated away from home versus all the other teams in the competition. Here's an example of the home table, and here's an example of the away table. As you can see, United went from 4th down to 3rd. It doesn't really change the overall table though, but it would be nice to see like how well you're doing at home compared to the away side of things. Before you would play a match in manager mode, there would be a scouting report that comes up right before you press advance to the game, and it would tell you everything about the opposition. So on the left came up their top player, which was Jack Wilshere at the time. In the middle, it would tell you the opposition's style of play, and then on the right, it would have 3 key points to remember going into the match. So these were: supreme passing skill will be very dangerous, counter-attacking football will be a constant threat, and employ a total football style of play throughout the team. So I don't know about you, but I think this scouting report has a lot more detail to it. I think it's very useful before you approach a game, and I don't know why they took it out. In FIFA 19 Career Mode, the Champions League and Europa League have their little animation for the draw, but FA Cup games don't have their own little cutscene, and in FIFA 11 Career Mode, there was actually a cutscene for the cup matches draw. So when you were playing manager mode in FIFA 11, it would come up with like a little draw on the left where you would see numbers come up, and then on the right, it would turn into like who's versing who, which was pretty neat. And you know, maybe they can add something like this in FIFA 20 for cup games that are not UEFA based. In FIFA 11 there was a thing called fame points, where the more you got, the more influence you had as a manager. Let's take a look at the screenshots here. This is legendary status for fame points. On the right it says how many fame points you get for like a match win and stuff, and how much you got for the month. And then this next screenshot says, you have achieved footballing greatness, you are the single most important figure in football. And then the perks underneath says 5 times influence on the transfer talks, 6 times influence on board confidence, 30% increase on the transfer budget. So this could be a useful thing to work towards in career mode. Obviously you're going to have to probably play a lot of seasons to get to legendary status, but still it would make you work hard for something. Another little feature in FIFA 11 was the ability to change currencies during a career mode save. In FIFA 19, once you set your currency, that's it. You're stuck with that one for the whole save. But during a FIFA 11 career mode, you could go into your settings and change the currency from euros to maybe dollars if you needed to. And it was just something little, but at least the option was there, you know. In FIFA 19 career mode, we sort of have like a manager history thing where you can check what titles you've won each season. But in FIFA 11, there was a thing called the trophy room, which I believe is a little bit cleaner. Let's say you wanted to just look at specific leagues. You could see which seasons you won that league and which club you're at. Let's take a look at this example here. For the Champions League, you could see exactly which seasons you won it and which teams you were at. So if you're at Liverpool for 2016-17, it would come up there. If you're at Dortmund, it would come up for 2012-2013. Like I said, we already have something like this in FIFA 19, but I don't know, I think I like this one as well. There's 2 other cool settings in the match day settings. So before a game starts, you can change the time of the day. If you're not happy with playing during the day or playing at night, you could do overcast, night and day. And then also you could do the pitch pattern. So the pitch could be mowed into different patterns on the grass. So you could do diagonal, circles, checkered, large or small, basically whatever you wanted.